Hi guys, welcome back. So today we are going to be doing a really fun bombshell eye makeup look with really dewy skin. So first I'm going to go in by priming with my Becca Backlight Priming Filter. This is going to give the skin a nice radiant look underneath the foundation. And then I'm going to smooth out any imperfections with my Makeup Forever Step 1 Equalizer in the smoothing primer. Then after that, I am going to do a little bit of spot correcting just because I do have a little bit of redness and breakout here and there on the face. So I want to cover that up before I put the foundation on. So I'm just using my Tarte Shape Tape, and then I'm just going to blend that out with my finger. Then for foundation, I'm going to be using my Makeup Forever HD Stick Foundation. I absolutely love this foundation. It gives it such a natural finish, but it still gives you enough coverage. But since today I do want to have an extra little dewiness to the skin, I'm going to go in with the NYX Born to Glow Liquid Illuminator in the shade Sunbeam. This is the pinkier highlight in their collection. I'm going to apply it to the Beauty Blender and then blend it out onto the cheek. So because this is a stick foundation, you can't really mix it like you would with a regular liquid foundation. So I just apply it to the Beauty Blender and then blend it out onto the skin. And I'm going to apply more liquid illuminator every time I go to a different section of my face. So I use a little bit for each cheek and then to the forehead. So since I want my eyes to be really bright, I'm going to use my Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector. I'm going to put this on and blend it out with my finger, and then I'm going to go right over top of that with my concealer. Today for concealer, I'm going to use my Naked Skin Concealer. I am in the shade Fair. This is one of my favorite concealers. I haven't used it in a long time. I forgot how much I love it. It's definitely an oldie but a goodie. I will always grab this concealer when I need something to rely on. Such a great concealer. It's not too full coverage, but it gives you enough coverage to where it makes a difference. Then, of course, I'm just going to use my Beauty Blender to blend that out. To set my concealer, I'm going to be using my RCMA No Color Powder. I am only going to bake with this powder right underneath the eyes. That is where I get the most amount of creasing, but since I want this look to be very fresh and dewy, I'm not going to bake everywhere. So I'm going to go in with one of my Real Techniques brushes, and I'm just going to dust this everywhere else we had put concealer. I don't want anything to get too cakey or too matte, so I'm just going to dust this anywhere we had the concealer just to make sure that it stays in place. Then for brows, I'm going to be using my Broken Brow Wiz, so I have to use a different spoilie. So I am just going to use one of my Morphe spoilies that I have. And then I'm going to do my brows. So I really have been doing the same thing with my brows since the last time I had done a tutorial where I included me doing my brows. So nothing really here has changed. I still do the outer third of the brow first and then work my way towards the inner brow, and the reason that I do that is because I want my heaviest hand to be at the end. I don't want to have a heavy hand in the front. So right here you can see I'm just doing really, really light hair strokes, nothing too heavy, just to make sure that everything is very natural looking. And then one of my tricks is to use the Beauty Blender to blend out that inner part of the eyebrow just to make sure that everything's very natural. Then for the eyes, I'm going to be using my Morphe 350 palette. I'm going to be digging into just a really light, warm brown that I'm going to use a first transition. I can't talk. As a first transition shade. Then after that, I'm going to go in with the same type of shade. It's just a little bit deeper and a smaller, denser blending brush. And I'm going to apply this to the outer third of the eye. So once you do that, you're going to really just kind of keep adding pigment and blending out. Like I said, you guys, it's always better to add less and then it is to add too much. You never want to put too much on because then sometimes it's hard to blend out. So I always like to apply a little bit at a time and slowly blend it out. and build up the color. So that's what I'm doing with both of my eyes. And then I'm going to go in with an even darker shade and a flat definer brush. This is one of the key techniques to this look. In order to get that bombshell, wide-eyed looking effect, you need to open up the eyes. The best thing to do that with is by smoking out your liner only on the outer portion of your eyes. You don't want to bring it in too far because that will just completely take away the effect that we're going for. You only want it on that outer portion. So now I'm going to go in with a black liner. You can use any black liner that you may choose. This is just the Sephora liquid liner. And I'm going to put a very thin line right at the lashes. The reason I'm doing this is because I'm now going to go in with a black. You can use any black. This is just the one from the Gwen Stefani Urban Decay palette, and then I'm going to smoke it out. I am so in love with the way that this look turns out. I've been using it so much lately because it just makes the eyes so doe-eyed and it's so beautiful. I love it. So I'm just going to smoke out that liner on both eyes. And as you can see, I'm staying on that outer half of the eye. I am not going inwards at all. The inner part of the eye we want to keep very bright. So then I'm just going to set my brows using the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. And then in this next frame, I did go in with some black liner on my lower waterline. It's just I didn't realize that I wasn't actually in the frame. So yeah, I'm just putting on some black eyeliner. This was just the NYX black eyeliner. And then I'm going to set it with some black eyeshadow. The best thing for black eyeliner in your waterline is if you set it. Otherwise, it doesn't stay very long throughout the day, and when you have a smokier look like this, you want your eyeliner to stay. Otherwise, it just kind of starts making a mess and drooping out of the eye, and it makes the look not as dramatic. So yeah, if you set it with some black, it'll definitely hold up for you. And then I'm going to go back in with both of the shades from the palette that we used in the crease to blend it out. Then I am using the very first lightest shade in the palette, and what this is going to do is just kind of shape the inner eye where maybe some eyeshadow had gotten a little too far over. I just want to really keep this area bright, so I'm just going to go in and kind of touch that up. Then using my Better Than Sex mascara, I'm just going to give the lashes a coat of mascara to blacken them. I'm not really looking for length or volume. I just want to get them black. And then I'm going to go in with my lashes. And oh my God, I love these. If you guys watched my haul, you've seen that I had gotten these. And they are the Ardell 250s. This is the first time that I've tried the volume line from them. And oh my God, I love them. I was not expecting to like them as much as I did. But they are so fluffy and wispy. But they are very comfortable. And that's what Ardell is known for, is to wear comfortable lashes but still get that drama. So I love these lashes so much. Definitely a fave, and I will definitely be repurchasing them. And then I'm going to just apply some of my mascara to my lower lashes as well. Then I'm going to highlight with the Becca Pearl Highlighter. I'm going to use this for my inner corner and my brow bone. This is also what I'm going to use as my cheek highlight today, and I love doing that. I love pairing my cheek highlight and my eye highlight together. It just makes the whole look come together, and it's so beautiful. So I definitely wanted to do that with this look. I just want to keep everything really tied together. So then after that, I'm going to go in with my bronzer. I forgot to get a snap of the actual bronzer, but this is just my Makeup Forever bronzer, the Pro Fusion. Love this stuff. I'm just going to give a nice sheen to the face, bronze up the skin, and just give a little bit of life back into the skin. So I'm just really going to focus the bronzer on the outer portion of the face, as you guys know. Keep it away from the center of the face because we really want to keep that highlight strong. We don't want it to start getting muddy and mixing together. We want to keep the dimension to the face. And then after that, of course, I'm going to put it down my neck, just make sure everything's blended, and then I'm going to go into contouring. I'm going to use my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer for my contour. A lot of people use this as a bronzer, and sometimes I do too, but if you have fair skin, this is a beautiful contour shade. It's not too warm. It's not too ashy. It's just that perfect neutral bronzer, and it works so well as a contour. So that's what I'm going to do. Just really chiseling out those cheeks and putting a little bit on the forehead and bringing it all together. Then I'm going to go in and use the same bronzer to contour my nose. I have been contouring my nose lately like crazy. I have been using the Morphe M516 brush to do it, and I swear it is one of my favorite brushes I've ever tried with a nose contour because it has a really nice angle on it, so it's very easy to blend and to apply the pigment without it getting everywhere. You never have any fallout with it. It just goes exactly where you put it, and I love it. Then I'm going to be using my Sonia Kashuk Duo Fiber brush to blend everything out. You know it's one of my favorite tools to use. And then I am using the Milani Luminoso blush. Love this stuff. It's so good. It makes the skin just glow from within. It's so beautiful. And then I'm going to carve out the cheeks. So just in case any of the bronzer, the contour shade, anything got a little low and a little messy, this is where you can clean it up. This is a great technique to just keep everything very clean. And then I'm going to use that same Duo Fiber brush to wipe away the powder, but it's also going to help me blend the blush and the contour together. Then this is what I have been using lately to give my skin that glowy, radiant look, and it is the Josie Maran Argan Enlightenment Illuminizing Veil. It doesn't have a shade, so I'm assuming it comes in only one shade, but it's such a perfect natural highlight. It's beautiful to put all over the face like I'm doing, but it's also a beautiful highlight for older skin because it does not draw too much attention to that one area. It just gives a very nice glow. Then I'm going to use Pearl to just accentuate that highlight on the cheekbone because you know me, I need to have that cheekbone highlight. So I'm going to apply some to both cheekbones and then I'm going to look at myself and I'm going to realize, yep, that definitely was not enough highlighter. So I go back in again and apply a little bit more and then I will put the highlight in the other spots that I want the light to draw attention to. So the tip of my nose, the Cupid's bow, right above the eyebrows, the typical places that I always apply my highlighter. Then once I'm finished applying the highlighter, I am going to set my face. I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Chill Makeup Setting Spray. This is one of my favorites. It's such a great setting spray. The makeup stays in place all day long and it gives it such a nice natural finish. Then I'm going to line my lips with the NYX lip liner in Natural. You guys know this is one of my favorite lip liners. I use it with so many different colors. It's just a really great color. So here I am going to actually fill in my lips with this color. So this is going to be the main color of my lips. And then I'm going to go in with the Sephora Baby Doll lip gloss and apply that over top. So this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I've been wearing this look so much recently, so I really wanted to film a tutorial for you guys. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in my next tutorial. Bye.